A failed open marriage, is this the end? So, the wife 29F and I 28M decided to be ENM because I'm gone for work a lot out of town or multiple days consecutively on an ambulance. No feelings, no dates etc., just casual encounters with a FWB. My paranoia instantly went off and I honestly couldn't handle it, so I closed the door after a week of worry. She had met up with a guy at our home without clearly saying it per our agreed boundaries. But didn't sleep with him. Fair, this happened before we closed the door. I respect her feeling out a potential side piece, as I had sort of done the same, but I already knew the female. I came home from a federal disaster contract and opened it up out of guilt by her. After a couple days my paranoia and gut feelings started to exacerbate the decline of my mental health until I had a breakdown and closed our marriage. Fast forward a week. I'm medicating, trying to improve. Out of a wild hair I check her watch messages. She had done it to me in the past. What's fair is fair. She'd been feeding into this relationship with him that she assured me she was strictly platonic and he was in no way trying to get in her pants, that I should trust her. She had said she loved him and was complaining about my declining mental health. So far as to making fun of me with him in the messages I saw. I'm just devastated and need to vent. Here she was fanning the flames, making me feel crazy when I should have trusted my gut all along. I'm going to attempt a salvage and repair, as she never physically shared intimacy with him, but I feel like I'm just going to walk around with egg on my face for the rest of my life. Redditors' reactions, story 2 after. Redditor 1, when someone asks for an open marriage during a regular one, it is because they've got someone lined up they want to FCK. Marriage is over. Divorce and move on. Redditor 2, when your so trash talks you to someone else, it is time to set them free. Also, just because they haven't said anything doesn't mean they haven't hooked up. Reevaluate your marriage and ask yourself, is it worth saving and is she worth it? Emo, her trash talking about me would end it, because she disrespected and degraded me, and not to mention emasculating me. Good luck. Redditor 3, someone on Reddit recently commented, there are two types of people in open relationships, one that collects lovers like Pokemon cards, the other that cries themselves to sleep every night. It's over and you're done, op. Time to end it. Story 2, my boyfriend ended 6-year relationship for a threesome. We have been dating for 6 years. 5 days ago he said he wanted to break up because he does not want to deal with emotions anymore and does not want serious relationship. I have been stressing him out recently, so I told him that we should try figuring out this situation for at least 1 month, and if this doesn't work we can talk about it then. But he said that he thought about this for months and he just want to break up and be friends. But I did not wanted to break up our relationship, so I went to his house the next day to talk about it. Yes, we had time that day and he said he still loves me and cares about me. This I found there would be a chance to get back our relationship. So today, we met just to spend some time, which he agreed. We did everything that normal couples do, including time and cuddle time. And he also agreed that I chose sleepover. I thought this was a sign that he still wants me but just needed some time to think about himself. So, then, I decided to give him some space. But I had gut feeling and went through his phone. I know this was wrong, but I had to check it. I went into his DMs and found a girl there that he was texting all day when I was right next to him. More shocking thing is that it wasn't just casual talk. It was about threesome. They were making plans when to see each other for a threesome and who should join them. They are seeing each other this week. I told him that I saw the DM. I was expecting him feel some guilt and say sorry, but he was just angry that I went through his phone and he hasn't done anything wrong because we broke up. I couldn't say anything at that time, so I just ran out from his house. When I saw the text I couldn't handle myself. I was shaking badly. So I have few questions to ask you guys. After seeing 6-year relationship girl in panic, will he go for the 3-way? I know I'm crazy, but I still love him. I don't want him to go there. What can I do to stop him? If you have any other advice, please tell me. I'm so lost right now. Redditor's reactions, story 3 after. Redditor 1, yay, he's going to continue with it. He broke up with you so it wouldn't look like he's cheating. He's not sorry and you aren't going to stop him. I know it's hard, but don't contact him. Redditor follow up, it's not cheating if he broke up with her. And it's possible that he was involved before he broke up, that has been stated, so as far as you know he did the right thing. People grow apart. It's very possible that he decided that he wanted to have experiences that weren't possible while in a relationship. At face value it sounds like he did the upstanding thing by breaking up with Op instead of just cheating. Op, you can't control him, that may be why he wanted to stop the relationship. You have to decide if you want to help him experiment and explore his newfound sexuality, or if you want to find someone that shares your values. This is a growing moment for you, Op, not your BF, so. This is about you, not him. Redditor 2, okay, let's be real. He does not want you anymore. He's straight telling you this. Because of your inability to accept it doesn't make what you are doing going to work. He showed no remorse because he has none. He is mentally and emotionally checked out of your relationship. You having time with him, to him isn't a relationship, it's a friends with benefits. I'm surprised he didn't ask you to join. You need to wake up and stop being a child. You throwing yourself at him and trying to win him over with time isn't going to do it except make him use you for time, and you gonna keep hurting your own feelings. He doesn't want to be with you anymore. Stop being desperate and trying to keep someone who does not want you. Yes, I said it like 3 times because I want you to drill it into your brain and your heart. He is not your person. He wants to screw others, and at least he was a good enough person to try to let you go before acting on it. He may have been emotionally cheating prior to the breakup, but he broke up with you. He does not want to be in a relationship any longer. There is absolutely nothing you can do for him. You have to start doing things for yourself to get over him, and honestly, you going through his phone, stop apologizing by the way, you needed that as an eye-opener. Stop trying to talk to him or be with him. He's going to use you cause you allow him to. Having time and doing couple things isn't an indication he wants you. It's him keeping you on as a FWB. You need to block him, and go work on yourself. You are those people who think you need a relationship to define you, you don't. You need to be single for a long time and figure out who the hell you are and your worth. Good luck to you, and I hope and pray you stop being naive and wake up and choose yourself. Redditor follow up, take my free award. I don't care how harsh this sounds, more people need to hear this. People need to stop forcing, begging, or convincing someone to be in their lives. I'll also say this. Op had no business going through his phone, they're not together. Clearly she had a hint that something was up because she decided to go through his phone. People, you cannot time your way into a relationship, especially with someone that is ending it with you. He was willing to walk away from a 6-year relationship, but she couldn't let him go. I hope Op moves on, but I bet my bottom dollar she will go crawling back. Redditor 3, He's going to do it, you won't be able to stop him. My advice is to stop sleeping with him. Stop entertaining him. He's showing you exactly what he wants. I'm sorry you have to go through this. It's hard, but there's better out there. Redditor follow-up, I agree 100% with this. He broke up with Ott so he could have this threesome. It's going to happen. Ott needs to just cut her losses and move on. Story 3, she cheated on me so I had a threesome with her former ex-boyfriend, and the guy she cheated on me with. To clear up any confusion that might come up, you have to know that I am a bisexual man. I love sharing this story because I'm still proud of it. A few years ago my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with another guy. She then had the audacity to tell me that if I was a grown-up that I could deal with it, and that she hopes we can still be friends, but she lost any feelings for me, and is fully in love with this new guy now. If she hadn't said that, I probably wouldn't have made this plan. But now I had to teach her a valuable lesson. I was in a depressed state for a long time and couldn't bring myself to delete her number. And she thought I was her friend now? She started to send me pictures of her and her new boyfriend with laughing emojis. She didn't even care about how much she had hurt me. And then one day while I went through Tinder, I found someone who was quite familiar. Her new boyfriend. Of course I wouldn't tell her that her new boyfriend is on Tinder. In fact, I matched with him, which was quite surprising because I thought he was straight, and we started a conversation. He didn't knew who I was. She never told him she was in a relationship while she was flirting with him. But that was perfect. We had longer conversations and he told me more and more about him. Over the weeks we learned more and more about each other, and now I had a plan. I suggested that we could meet each other at a bar. He agreed. Keep in mind he was still in a relationship with my ex-girlfriend at that time. When we met we had a great time. And one date became many dates. It took me few months, but then I got him to the point where he developed feelings for me and I was his affair. What he didn't knew. I got in contact with my girlfriend's former ex-boyfriend as well. He broke up with her because he came out as gay. I was in contact with both guys. The ex-boyfriend and I got along very well. In fact, I made him a close friend of mine. In our conversations with my new boyfriend we talked about sexual desires, and he told that he always wanted to have a threesome, so I suggested one with the gay ex-boyfriend. I knew that he was his type, because we kinda look alike and he had feelings for me, so I asked the gay ex-boyfriend if he wanted to become the third one, and to my surprise he said yes. I'm honestly still surprised how all of that worked out without her noticing, but it did, and then the day came where I decided to go nuclear. The two guys came to my apartment. I led them to the bedroom and they started talking to each other. While they talked I took a selfie from a safe distance. Close enough that she could see their faces but far enough that they wouldn't notice. Then the action started. Of course I won't go into any detail, but damn, I enjoyed it more than anything in the world. A few days after this I told him that now that I granted him the wish of a threesome I wanted something in return. I told him that I don't want to be in an affair any longer, and told him that he should either break up with her or I will break up with him. I knew it was hardcore manipulative, but I had a plan and I had the full control over him. He actually broke up with her and threw her out. I even got him to move out of his apartment to move in with me. Meaning that she lost both her home and her boyfriend. But I wasn't done yet. Because after that she texted me with crying emojis that her boyfriend dumped her and that she regrets leaving me. I then said, "Your boyfriend?" Are you talking about this guy? And I sent her the selfie I took. She called and texted me several times but I ignored her. My plan was almost successful. There were only 3 things left that I still had to do. The first was that I told her mother, who hates infidelity more than anything because her father cheated on her mother with another woman. You could say, like father like daughter. Her mother was angry but thanked me for telling her. From what I've heard is that her mother cut ties with her, but I admit that I don't know if that actually happened. And I don't think that it happened. But it would be funny if it was true. The second thing I did was dumping him because unfortunately for him, he was a cheater too and I hate infidelity as well. The last thing I did was going out with the gay ex-boyfriend. And after a few dates we got together and we are still a couple. In the end I destroyed both her and the guy she cheated on me with and couldn't be more proud of myself. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, maybe Hallmark could make a holiday story out of this. Redditor follow-up, I made my ex's boyfriend her ex-boyfriend by lying about wanting to be his boyfriend while not telling him I was his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. Then I made my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend my now boyfriend. We'll call it cocked, blocked, locked, or web of dicks. Redditor 2, do I believe it? Kinda? Is it possible? Yes. Do I want it to be real? Yes. Yes I do. Dude did not let her slide, man really hit her with the Ebenezer Scrooge past, present, future. Redditor follow-up, man really hit her with the Ebenezer Scrooge past, present, future. Lamau? Redditor 3, might be fake, but honestly, an enjoyable read regardless. Op answer, to be fair you are not the first one who thought that. I told this story to some of my friends and one of them also didn't believe it at first until I showed him the selfie, D.